Hello everyone, welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, and yeah, I've made an absolute mess of this thing down here, which is kind of fun, but also kind of tragic. I accept kind of tragic as well. So last session I decided that rather than trying to piecemeal my red circuits together, I thought I'd just throw everything into a big pile and call it a day. And while that's probably going to work, um, yeah, it's an interesting fix for a problem. And it'll take a little while to build up everything. So we're going to send the spiders over there because I think we can eke out some more resources. And what we also want is more steel coming through. Because while that's pretty good, we do need more steel. Because that's probably slowing things down a bit. And then hopefully that'll help. Who honestly knows? It's absolutely a cluster truck of what I've done now. Make sure I got my audio right. I do. That's awesome. So, if you are interested, I'm going to say this a few times, but this Sunday, this Saturday, where I usually do my 3-hour stream, I'm going to be doing a 6-hour stream in celebration of 100 viewers, 100 followers. 101 now. Awesome. So that's going to be a long stream. That's going to be like 6 p.m. till 12 p.m. my time. Which some people will be like, it's not that long a stream, but it's like, yeah, but I don't do streams that long, so it's gonna be long for me. But it should be fun. It's really just gonna be me playing Factorio, so it's not gonna be anything too remarkable. But, you know, I'm not quite sure how else to celebrate. I've already started up the Discord channel, which exists. If you're interested in joining, there's nothing going on there right now. You know, starting small, but we'll get there. Okay. So, silver stopped for a while, and so we are rebuilding that. It's going to take a little while to rebuild silver, so my catalysts haven't been going well while silver's been crapping out. Nor of a few things, but this should help silver coming through now. It's going to take a little while it all catches up, but it'll get there. I find it disturbing though that those are ore crusher ones. And apparently we've just got a lot of ore crushers right now. That's fascinating. But yeah, that'll come through. So silver will be fixed. The next thing I need to do is I need more resources. This is not an uncommon thing for me to say while playing Factorio, I know. But I do need more. So my first task is probably just a few more electrolyzers in the... a few more electrodes in the electrolyzers. And hopefully that helps to some degree. So that's why I brought the spiders over here. And it looks like these are all sort of jammed up as well, which is not great. So let's just get these electrodes and figure out how to... Can't be right. Why is that all jammed up? That shouldn't be jammed up at all. Well, we will make another line and hopefully that other line will help things come through a little faster. No, probably, let's go with a pump 2 instead of a pump 1. So really the main goal is I need to fill up these things as fast as possible. If those things are full, then that just means more stuff is just going through at all times. Because a few of these are actually just backlogging, which is not great. But anyway, we've got electrodes. Where do we need more? So this one probably use another stack. That one's fine enough, I guess. Really, if we just check down the ends and see... Yeah, so this one needs a stack. Let's do one stack at a time, I think. How are you guys doing? You don't really need a stack. You need to get rid of your slag. You kind of got the opposite problem right now. Okay, well, we'll deal with you in a moment. How are you guys doing? You three have never done well, so electrodes for you, good sirs. If I take his, that's probably not going well. You know what? That might get 2 stacks. And as all that. Okay, so now we've got the problem of going to have too much slag, which, as problems go, not the worst. We may even need to put up a new filter, but that's okay. New filters are not bad. That may be too far. But I do actually need to... They're outputting this slag, and that's always good. Interesting that that side's pretty full and the other one isn't, so we might split that. No, that was alright. Yeah, it's just about trying to get everything through a little faster. Make sure nothing runs out, and also make sure we don't just have problems with too much stuff, which is oddly enough a problem we're having right now. So we're just doing a lot of pipes to these filters. We could also, and here's a thought, we could also have filters going the other way as well. That might be excessive, but I don't know, I haven't decided yet. And just the one that I just put in, that one. Awesome. And of course you can't go wrong with a couple more pumps. You probably could, but I'm not going to. Ideally, I want these to fill up really fast so that way no trains ever kept waiting. That's the plan. We are getting followed by bots and unfollowed by bots. That's awesome. I love that. Never have too many bots, I suppose. The delay of trains meant this one filled up pretty quick, and then the next train will probably be able to be filled up as well. So that's good. That's pretty much where we want to be. Try to go any faster, I feel like we might actually be in a situation. No, because another train came to fill up. Okay. But they're doing alright. So let's just go wherever this train wants to take us. Which is over down here. Cool. That's not a bad place to go. So meanwhile, it's pretty bad to go because I need to get radars up. But it's going to go past the mall, so we'll just hit into when we get to the mall. And any second now. Not yet. Wait for it. Now. Great. So iron is probably the biggest problem here, but it's... I was about to say something positive about it, but I got nothing positive to say about iron here. I probably could, as a thought... What's going on with the iron over here? Absolutely nothing, it just sort of stops. Why don't we do something with this iron? Yeah, bring this iron in as well. Passive provider chest. Because I mean, clearly the base wants the iron. Don't starve it. And a lot of this stuff is just completely useless now anyway. So yeah, feed the base. And the faster the base eats, the more resources it's going to produce. I think it's producing these pretty fast, so that's good. Yeah, this is where we want to be. So that's going to make my belts faster, and it's going to hopefully establish some civility down there. That's the hope anyway. Other things we need to do, probably, is we can get rid of those, we can get rid of those. We do not need that many powder mixes. I don't know why the heck we have that many, but we do. Do we have radar ports? We do. Awesome. Let's run down there and I'm deliberately not taking anything right now because I just want the base to focus on what it needs to do, which is to build this monstrosity. And I might try and figure out how to connect to things now. Oh, apparently I had some things that could build, which is nice. I'm not upset about that, I suppose. And okay, got another radar. Probably need one more radar and then we're good. There may even be a radar site near here, I don't know. And of course there is also a bunch of wires and pipes that go into absolutely nothingness. That is mostly due to the fact of being lazy when building all of this. Okay, we're going to need some sand down here as well so the train can turn around. But we're more or less getting to a position where we're actually going to start building. I mean, we can see that's all coming through, which is good. We need that for the wood. I mean, yeah, mostly it's going okay. It's the occasional belt coming down. I turned on drones so you can see the drones doing their thing. So the yellow drones, I believe, are construction drones, so I'm not seeing quite as many of those as I really want to. But they are coming in. So yeah, once this is done though, we should get a great deal of production. We're also going to run out of stuff in a very sad way, but we can get that fixed up. Like for instance, I'm pretty sure this line I don't want, so we can just get rid of that. Maybe doing it manually is not the best idea though. And yeah, this is another one of those pipes that I'm really not sure what it's for, but I know it's not for this. All these pipes on the outskirts, I mean, they're definitely not needed for this. Definitely? Bold claim. Some of them are definitely not needed for this. But I don't know if I'm bold enough to say none of them are required. I'll figure it out when nothing goes through them. Okay, so my spiders, have they arrived? Not yet. Are they stuck on something? Yeah, they are. They are. They're absolutely stuck on something. Doesn't matter how fast you make the spiders, they'll still get stuck on everything they get the chance to. You know, some reliance on life is actually pretty good. You know, you can predict how bad the robots are. I understand why they probably don't path better. It's probably due to, like, if they pathed better, they'd actually probably run into, like, biters or something. Not really a big threat in this game mode, but, you know, could have been. So the building proceeds. Now, other things we need train stops, but for that we're going to actually need to complete a couple of things. Ah, good. My slower robot has not yet arrived, and that's actually the one that I really need. Although maybe you guys are something I want. I feel like the answer is you don't, but we'll give it a go. Oh, you know what? We did need some things. Great. Oh, you know what? That it's still an improvement on construction. So we'll take what we can get. Okay. Now my Spidertrons have arrived, which can give me my land, so we can do this and just give it a way to turn around. Okay, great. So, because this is going to be like a really weird sort of situation, it's like its own little town of disaster. Yeah, it should be fine. It'll get there. Okay, so what we probably need actually is some underground pipes to start shipping in things. So let's get some underground pipes. I know you carry lots of pipes. Don't want to carry millions of them. Now we're going to need tin. That we know. We're going to need a lot of copper too. Copper we can probably get fairly easily. Sure, there's probably some pipe that goes and gets that. And that's probably it there. Well, it's not going to be the one on this base. Whatever I do, if I ever decide to do this again, which I don't think I will, do not copy this base, because this base is already, like, it'd be copying a disaster off a disaster. It's not a good idea. Okay. That gets copper in there. We need solder as well. What are these guys? Are these construction bots? They are. They're a little slow, but they're doing what they can. Okay, we've got some worms. That's cool. You know what? I've always said I respect worms. I don't respect worms, that's a lie. How could anyone actually respect a worm? And there should be solder here. There kind of is. Solder then turns. Okay. Great, we're going to need solder a couple of times. We may even need to expand my solder production, but we'll figure that out when we get there. We're definitely going to need to expand how much aluminium we need. That's no real question there, but how much? Don't know yet. And water, that's actually a pretty easy one. I know I need it. And we can probably put it in. Actually staying close enough there and there. Okay, so that'll probably start making solder when it gets around to it. It does actually look like it's mostly getting around to it too. How exciting. Okay, solder's coming in. Happy to see that. I'm not sure it'll ever be enough, but we'll figure that out when we get there. We do need to get Chark in at some point. Oh, the logistics bots are delivering stuff all this way. That's a mistake. Oh god. Yeah, okay, maybe we need to put another charging pad somewhere. Like probably in the middle of this. Because that is not great, what I'm seeing there. I don't even have charging points. Well, bugger. Okay, well maybe we need to go get charging points then. What does matter is it does look like the bots are actually constructing what we need. And I might turn on personal logistics just for the moment. We currently have 4,000 bots doing stuff. Most of it is probably useless. And that's the most optimistic thing I have to say about this production method. It's alright though, things are happening. Just happening a little bit slower than perhaps I would like. And we're probably making more drones as well at the time. Okay. So let's get these charging pads. Which apparently I don't have any of because I ran out of Invar. Really? I thought we'd have heaps of Invar. Or do we just have nothing that actually collects it? Might be the answer. That's steel. Oh. Invar, we have very little of, again. Because of nickel. Oh, did we actually burn through all our nickel supplies? No way in hell, that's good. Okay, well that's going to get us some more nickel. But we have gotten through all our nickel supplies. Now, of course, we could bring nickel in from the chrome. I believe that's a byproduct. And that may be something we have to do. Let's see. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this slag. I mean, I want to turn it all into usable minerals, but that doesn't seem like it's going to happen anytime soon. Okay, we're getting supplies, that's cool. I would like it if these came faster, but they're coming slowly because not enough iron gear wheels. Really? Not enough iron gear wheels? Apparently we're wanting hundreds of them. It's probably not helped by the fact that a large number of my bots are actually trying to resupply these things. That's probably on me then, isn't it? Okay, now back to the idea of getting Invar. Invar should be being produced now, potentially. Okay, you know what, we do need to deal with the slag because this slag ain't doing nothing for us. So if we say split the slag over this way and then just got some liquefiers, which we always carry. We don't need too many of them either. So then we can, in theory, sludge? Does that give me what I want? No. I don't mineral. No. Hang on, isn't that what we do over here? We just turn slag into... Yeah, what we do. What is that actually called? Slag slurry. It's slag. Okay, so if we can steal the acid from over here, and stealing is a strong word that I don't think we should use. If we can steal, I didn't come up with a better word, so I'm like, well, we're gonna stick with steel. And hopefully that'll fix some of my problems. Well, you know what, you can always create another problem for no reason. Don't want to stop on a train track, that is how you get hit by trains. And a pump to make sure everything's flowing in the right direction. Great. That'll get through some of the slag, I assume. And immediately it just pushes everything into a situation where it's like, yeah, it's actually getting used now. That's about right. Okay, good. And we're making my nickel again, which is very important. Now, was Invar actually being put into... Yeah, Invar's going into the system. Okay. So that means we probably do actually have some of these now. We do. One of them. I was expecting a higher number. So yeah, a lot of the bots aren't getting stuck over there now, so that's good. And we are collecting more things. Great. Okay, so now we've really got to start actually connecting things to other things and making more copper, perhaps? Maybe. We're going to need more copper with this, definitely, so maybe that is something we do need to consider sooner rather than later. Now, if I can turn off the robot just for a moment, because if I'm going to build anything, I'd rather build it over here first. I thought I was going to build something there. Clearly I was wrong. Yeah, blue, blue whatchamacallits. Belts are not being made very fast. Why not? Shortage of this. Because of the shortage of brass? Probably, actually, that would make sense. I don't think we make very much brass. I don't think we needed to until it turns out we needed all of it. Yeah, sure enough, that's exactly the problem we're having. That's alright. Well, let's get the water connected. Where do we connect the water into? Probably over here. Don't think that's connected to anything. Get that out of the way. Okay, and water. Great. Next we need to get tin. We've got copper, that's pretty good. We're going to definitely need that soon. Why isn't it making anything? It's got no water. That'll make sense. That all makes a lot of sense. That looks like it just needs some water, so we'll make that. That means these should be making wires. They sure are. We need some train stops as well, don't we? So for that we need some electric circuits. Those are easy enough to grab. Yeah, right. Yeah. So I think, if I recall correctly, we want 2 train stops. And that'll probably pull in a train as soon as the train recognizes what's going on. So I think that's going to be the plastic train required, and that'll deal with it when it can. But if that's a failure, we can always bring in, make the plastic from there. And this is making, what is this? Hydrogen. I don't know if this particularly needs hydrogen. Oh, I guess it does. It'll help make the ammonia gas, which is needed for fertilizer, I believe. Yes. So we do need to increase the speed of brass, because that's probably actually the thing that's slowing us down now. So let's go increase the... no, bronze, sorry. Bronze and brass always seem like the same element to me. They're both made out of copper and something else. That's not a good enough reason for why they're the same thing, but mostly ignorance. How about that? Do we like ignorance? We like ignorance. I mean, no one likes ignorance, I suppose. That'll double the amount of production of bronze and should allow us to make more of these bad boys, because these boys are bad. You know, you can't stop the badness of these boys. I know you want to, but the boys are just too bad. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about now, but that's nothing new, I suppose. And we're going to actually make one more lot. I see no reason not to. Because clearly a lot is required. Hey Solburn, how you doing? What is cooking? Just the most terrible way of making a factory ever. Better believe it. No apologies though, and that's the important thing. Never apologize for terrible planning. That's, UPS is taking a dip. Yep, it is indeed. That's because I'm doing dumb shit with bots. But I plan to resolve that once my dumb shit is over. Because I thought the best way to make a factory would just be to copy and paste part of the base and then make the bots do it. This turned out to be a disaster, but one day it'll stop. So yeah, it has dipped, but it'll stop, and then I'm going to remove the roboports just to ensure that it never happens again to this level. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how that goes. Well, that was a failure. Do I not request any sand these days? No, I don't. Apparently I don't request any sand. Alright, I know where I can get some. It's like, I'm trying to remember where my old farm used to be, and I'm just like, gosh, where is it? It's just so much in here somewhere. In here. Sort of, yes. So yeah, it's just basically poor planning has made me go, you know what, I bet you I can plan this worse than I'm currently planning it. And then I was right. I could plan it worse than I was doing it. And then, but once this is done, UPS will go back up and we will have glorious red circuits. Glorious red circuits as opposed to plebeian red circuits. I think that's only a good thing. Okay, do we have tin in this line? I don't think we do. Well, we're about to add it. Oh, it looked like it could have been in this line and then just decided, nah. That's aluminium. They've got no plans for aluminium there. Tin needs to go further down. Okay. Okay, so that's tin being made. Good. We do have copper in there, but of course copper is a minor problem unto itself. Silicon, we need to get silicon in here. That's easy enough. Sounds scary, but I assure you it's probably not. We are going to try and use that same pipeline that already exists for silicon. But of course it's going down because the other area, that's the direction silicon is. And we're standing on the train track, but it's not as scary as it may look because this is a weird train track where trains will probably not really attend too often. Because this is a absolute structural dead end due to poor planning and management. That should be iron. It is. Okay. Looking for silicon. Now silicon is up here, so if we keep going this way, we should reach it eventually. That's hydrogen. Hydrogen is the silicon of the sea. Just gonna put that in there. Now we should start to see silicon very soon. No, we shouldn't. Let's just keep going. We'll find it. This is just continuing poor planning on poor planning. Okay, silicon is right there. Go. Is it not? Or is plastic? The plastic is the plastic of the sea. Okay. So silicon goes in there. Tin. Oh, we do have tin in there. That's cool. Copper. Need to get some copper attached. Best way to do that. Probably go up. Up and around. Up and around. And I expect to see copper here. Can't help but notice there's no copper here. That's okay. Just because you expect something doesn't mean you get what you want. I mean, I want to have competent factory design. But of course, you only get what you got to put the work in to get what you want. And I ain't putting that work in. Might be better to actually get the copper directly straight from the source. We will likely need to expand on copper. That's iron. There we go. Okay, so now the only problem we seem to have is... What is that induction furnace all about? I don't think that induction furnace is actually needed for anything. There's another one. What are those induction furnaces about? Directly next to the iron. Oh, gosh. Okay, they're part of another facility apparently. That's funny. Yeah, well, nothing wrong with that. Okay, so... As long as... Oh, these are going to try and resupply me. No, guys, don't resupply me now. Just don't. Now, I can't help but notice we're still not really getting any more of these. Certainly trying. Interesting. Okay. Now we don't have those, so we need basic circuit boards. Okay, let's go get some basic circuit boards. If we'd done better, we'd have them in my inventory by now, but no, we don't. We haven't. When you expect the impossible, you get the impossible. And by that I mean you get nothing, because you expected it. That's your fault, not mine. That's right, I'm blaming you for trusting me. Don't you feel foolish about that now? Oh, I already had C4 pumps, I didn't need more. When you expect the impossible, you get the impossible. Whatever. Just lost all will to live now, honestly. Okay, so... don't quite know what's going on here, so let's just not quite how I anticipated that going. Didn't intend to hold shift when I did that. But I did, so that's fun. And it doesn't look like the water's big enough, so let's make a bit bigger water. That's good now. Okay, so that should start making our sand and our other stuff. Where's my hydrogen? Do I have hydrogen? No. Alright then. Apparently I don't have hydrogen. Guess I'll have to figure that one out in a moment. Now aluminium's going to be a big problem, to the point that I actually wonder if I need to make a new aluminium refinery. But before any of that... oh, you know what? Resin. Resin can be fixed. Resin just got to go... where resin going? Resin going down? Resin going down. Not helpful. That's not where the resin's going to go that come from this time. Resin going to go straight across. Now, as I do this, I remember how badly this gets congested the further north I go. And sure enough, that's where it gets really badly congested. I'll probably be fine so long as I hug one of the sides. Unless I had that consideration before, in which case, not really going to help. Find out though, won't we? Actually, it looks like it did. And then that's resin there, so we just boop, resin in there. Awesome! I did it! I did it, guys. Okay. So really the thing I lack is blue belts. Can I make blue belts any faster? Because that's not great. Once I make the blue belts faster, then we should actually have that all kind of running, in theory. There'll be some glitches with it, I'm sure, like I can't, no, also aluminium, but why are we not getting tons of blue belts? Where are the red belts going? Tell me they're not going into the spider. They're going into the spider. Okay, well, you know what? You want blue belts? Red belts? Have them. And I assume the construction bots will be taking these as fast as they can. There'll be a few backwards and forwards trips for them, but do I see construction bots coming up? No, not really. Do I see them going? Oh, I do see a couple. I see a couple meandering. Getting stuck. That's alright. I could also just take the blue belts Let me guess, some of them are being turned into purple belts? Of course they are. Factory is doing the best it can, that's all I can say. And are we running out of these as well? Of course we are. When you try to make a big production like this, you do tend to kill your own resources. It's okay. Get done. It's going to take a little bit more work than I perhaps expected or wanted. But it seems like belts are the only thing required now, along with, well, aluminium. And we could probably make some of these easier. Should be seeing resin, yes. So close to actually getting this done. Or properly started anyway. Just blue, blue, blue all the way down. What's wrong with cobalt? I thought, oh, you know what? I know how we can improve cobalt steel. Our chrome facility has cobalt steel just hanging out that I never connected to anything for dubious reasons. Reasons were laziness, like always. Like, if you're new here, this is a common factor with me. I go, you know what, it probably doesn't matter, and then I realize it matters more than life itself. Steel... I was really expecting cobalt steel along this line somewhere. Maybe cobalt steel's on the next one. Cobalt steel will be on the next one, okay. Let's keep taking this across then. That's silver, tin, gold. Can't help but none of those are quite how you pronounce cobalt steel. And we've run out of pipes. Yay. Well, the good news is the Spidertrons probably have pipes, and that'll probably speed things up when they leave. And it does actually seem like it has. Hello, Spidertrons. I was really worried that my Spidertron was going to get hit by a train there. I obviously forget Spidertrons are not people. Where's my cobalt steel gone? It's there. Okay. Okay. We'll get there. And a little bit more, and then cobalt steel can... That should join into everything. I'm not quite sure how, but I don't know how this factory works anymore anyway. Yeah, maybe. Don't you love that confidence? Yeah, maybe it's working now. Everything here seems to have jammed completely. Rad, probably because someone was putting iron ingots into a place that shouldn't get iron ingots. I don't know who would do such a heinous act, but whoever it is, they will be punished for their crimes. It was me. The punishment is the fact that things stop working. Yeah, I know. Problem is we do actually appear to be out of iron as a general rule here. Not great. It appears that this thing has really been excited to take out Everything that's not iron. But, you know, you do a little bit of that, and it kind of fixes it, I suppose. Okay, you know what? New plan. Filter inserter. Dropping to there. Picking out from there. Just iron ingots. Like, this shouldn't have been a thing that was required, but welcome to my life. On my life of the mistakes that I have made. Population, unfortunately, only me. Yeah, you know what? You do that, and then things just carry on. You've got 31,000 iron ingots to work through, so you'll get there. And it'll also be making cobalt steel occasionally when it feels like it. But I thought that was great, but fast stack inserter. Just get more iron in there. Aren't I married? Well, population is only me for being stupid with iron. My wife is currently not dealing with iron problems at the moment. At least I don't think so. I haven't asked her though, so maybe. I'll ask her later. I would say that would be the weirdest conversation she's had today, but she's dealt with me all day since we're in lockdown, and so she's had to deal with a lot of my bullshit. She always does. She's a very patient woman. I love her. Not just because she's patient and can handle my bullshit, but certainly that does help. Okay, so we are making more cobalt steel now. Yep, that's a lot more cobalt steel than I thought we had. I'm shaking my head sadly here. I don't know how else to react. I mean, I see literally no cobalt steel happening. Like seriously, what are you doing? You want more iron, is that your problem? You're hungry for iron? I think it's just steel is just hard to make, and it's cumbersome and tiresome to make. We could put speed modules in here, and that would probably speed things up a bit. I mean, it's in the name, right? Am I faster than the train? Well, it's hard to tell when they stop, isn't it? I'm going to try and race this train. The thing is, they take more time to build up to acceleration. So, you know, and they keep stopping and slowing down. I'm faster than some trains. How about that? Do we accept that? Some trains I can outrun. Some trains I cannot. Okay, we're just going to pull parts of the factory apart because, quite frankly, I think this part of the factory would be better in my inventory and building other parts of the factory. You know what? I realize I can just do this. It'll be way easier and more efficient. Then ditch those, and honestly just ditch the red belts for now. The factory would rather consume them for other things. But we still need approximately 600 blue belts. Of course we do. So while that's happening, how are we going here? Well, we recently had a blue science drop off, so that's nice. Blue science is not going quite as well as I'd perhaps hoped. And how do we improve that? Well, I mean, one answer is... Oh. Apparently we're having sulfur problems up there. Okay, one problem, I think the problem here is lack of copper. And the problem for a while, yeah. But what I may do after fixing this copper problem I apparently have, not copper, after fixing this sulfur problem I have, is make more copper? More resources are always going to be required. Right now I don't want to do anything that takes more belts, because quite frankly my base is struggling enough with belts. We could craft more of this. Of course that's more belts. I don't want to make more belts right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an overflow valve. If I had overflow valves, which I do. Well, I don't. I did. Damn it. Now normally I wouldn't do this, but quite frankly, if it's stopping my production of things, I mean I could actually, I just realized there's probably a better way to do this. Something like that. And then it goes, oh, but wait, I don't have any of these. It's like, yeah, that's fine, perfect to do. That's not going to quite work that way. Nor is that, and then everything should sort of kick into it. And then we should be able to manage sulfur better, hopefully. How much sulfur do these two actually work with? It does consume more sulfur than it creates at best. But right now I think some of these have got like backlogs. It might take a few minutes to get over that. And that one's not running. Maybe it should. Oxygen supplies look to be okay. But we are still trying to chew through a lot of stuff. But I'm seeing gaps now, so we are actually getting through it. Backlogs are gone, yep, so that's good. So you guys are just lazy. You bitched and moaned about how, oh, we've got so many resources, we can't possibly use them all. I'm like, oh, okay, well, geez, I'm sorry to hear that. We'll make sure you get more. And they're like, oh, well, actually, the problem wasn't so much that we had too much resources, it's that we didn't want to do the work. And I'm like, well, that's on you then, isn't it? You're just lazy. I won't have lazy factories. I will actually. I quite often have lazy factories. So how are we going with our copper? Well, I mean that's... Is that actually... Oh. Oh no. I thought we were actually going to have something there, but no, we still need to actually get through this part. Once we get through this part, though, we're going to start making... Geez, I think we're going to get all the way to brown chips. No, we're going to run into problems anyway. We're going to run into problems until we get enough cobalt. Or until we downgrade things. Which, usually I would disagree on. But... the more I think about it, if I downgrade something just to start making things happen and then upgrade them later when I can, no real loss, only a gain. So, yeah. Let's do that. So we'll downgrade all blues to reds and then upgrade all reds to blues and then God, that's convoluted. It'll do the job though. And then after that, everything will work when it gets around to it. Cobalt steel finally replenishes itself, which maybe we shouldn't hold our breath for that one. Okie dokie, so plan is first off running wildly. Okay, so upgrade. Well, it's downgrade, isn't it? All reds to blues. Nope, that's called an upgrade. All blues to reds, that is what I have it as. Great. Hi. So where we have these problems, which are primarily over here I understand right now. Let's just go Shatonk. Shatonk. So while it's not ideal, it will actually have stuff happen. Then of course we need to go Shatonk here as well. And doesn't look like this is going anywhere, so we can pick this up. Which will please the factory because it means it can use those resources for other things. Okay. Oh, I don't think we've got iron here. That might need to be fixed. We'll get there. And these also don't need to exist. Use Alt D. Never forget about Alt D. Okay, but we are starting to see some things come through. Not... Maybe some carbon dioxide somewhere. We'll figure that out. Oh, actually, I know we're going to get that. That's alright. This is the whole point. We're working on this. We figure out where it's not working, and we fix those parts. Like, for instance, this getting no water. No iron. This is called development. Apparently. This is also not going anywhere in particular, so we can just get rid of that. As I said, I don't actually know what is not working yet. We'll figure that out when we get there. This is the worst way of building, and one should never copy this. But at least things coming together. Okay, so what are we missing? We're not making any tree seeds because we don't have any fertilizer, water, or carbon dioxide. Why do we not have any fertilizer? Because we don't have any urea gas. Why do we not have any urea gas? Because we never got the hydrogen situation fixed up. But, you know what? Why even get a hydrogen train? We've literally got all the hydrogen we could possibly want over here. So, what if we just, say... Put a pump here. That's just the first part, because otherwise the next part might not work. And we'll just figure out how to get hydrogen in here. If we get hydrogen in there, I mean, then we've got no problems, right? Alright. Don't know what that belt's doing there, but hey, that's pretty normal for whatever this cluster truck is. Okay, hydrogen. We want it. I don't even know if we need that much hydrogen, we just need some. That's the wrong way. That was right. And I believe that was the line I wanted to be hydrogen. Yeah, it looks about right. Okay, and they've come all this way to take the sand from me that I didn't really care about. Cool. Good work, guys. Glad you came all this way for that. Good news is it is actually making some urea gas now, so we're making some compost. Not much, not enough. But some. We also do need carbon dioxide. What was the plan for that? Now we might need to get a chark train in here. Okay, so carbon dioxide just stopped there. Okay, time to get a shark train, I think. So we're just going to a couple of signals, just so that way nothing jams up in a weird way here. Oh wow, they already had a thing. Cool. Okay, train stop. Do we have a train stop? We do not. I was half expecting the next answer to be yes, I have a train stop. I didn't. So that's pretty nice. Change. Now we have the charcoal drop trains, and both trains immediately are trying to race each other. Not the worst situation in the world, I suppose. And they will get here when they bloody well feel like it. Probably need to power it as well now I think about it. Cool. Probably need to limit it to one train as well. That might be good. The future. And we're going to need some wires just to make sure the trains don't come here infinitely. For that we need some copper cables. But good news, I should have copper cables around here somewhere. I do. Rad. Probably didn't need that many, but whatever. I don't care enough. We can't reach. How about you reach it? Be lazy. Okay. It was my fault. I wasn't close enough. Okay, Chark, and if it's like, say, under 5,000. And offset every second one, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Oh, I suppose it needs water as well, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a funny thing about Steam. You can't just make Steam out of nothing. I mean, if you could, that'd be pretty useful, but you can't. It's not literally how the world works. Now, charcoal goes down here, but why? I don't know if it particularly has any reason to go down here. I think carbon comes down here? Yeah, so it's got no reason to do that. That's cool. We do need to get more hydrogen gas, but that's... You know what, we'll just let the charcoal go down there. It's going to be there anyway. I'm not going to pick it up. Oh wait, that's a waste of resources. Yeah, still lazy though. Okay, and we're just going to go chunk, chunk. If I remember rightly, the hydrogen was around there. Okay, and that should push a bit more hydrogen through the system. Hopefully making more urea gas. Now, also, never hurt to have a bit more. Really wish I hadn't picked up those electrolyzers, but you know what? You do what you have to do in a society. A society like this, in a doggy-dog world. I know it's a doggy-dog world, but ever since I heard people say doggy-dog world, it's just way funnier to me, and I refuse to say anything else. That's what it's like in a doggy-dog world. Okay, so almost have things happening. So we should have trees existing. No, not yet. Because we still don't have water there, which we can get water there. We have water. Excellent. Carbon dioxide is probably needed, as is fertilizer. Fertilizer must be so close to existing. It would if we had carbon dioxide. Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. We need carbon dioxide. How do we make carbon dioxide? Maybe I should check the right thing. Oh, just chalk. Yeah, we got all the chalk we need. Got so much chalk. What we might do is this. Carbon dioxide. No, that's monoxide. Carbon monoxide is a different thing. Oh god, that's how we die. I was going to say carbon monoxide kills, but then again, I think carbon dioxide does as well. What I'm finding out today is carbon is bad and no one should have any of it inside their bodies. And we are probably out of pipes again. Yes, we are. Well, the good news is we can find pipes that aren't going to be used by anything. Okay, so where were we? Literally just trying to build stuff, and then down here. Okay, great. So if we can get the evil carbon of sorts into here, and that's going to... Where is that going? Up here for some reason. Okay. Well, that's probably part of the base that changed with what bullshit I'm up to right now. So instead, I'm going to connect it. Yeah, up here. I don't trust connecting anything to that line because I don't know what that line's supposed to be. That's carbon. That ain't charcoal. That's carbon. Cool. Glad we did that. Carbon. I thought that was this line. Although, hang on. Why don't I just take this, put it over here. Same thing, different place. Different place. There we go. And look, now we're using that charcoal line. It's not really the intent I had originally, but, you know, it'll do the job. Okay, so we have fertilizer coming through. We have tree seeds being made. We will when we have fertilizer, and then we have trees. I thought this would be much easier, but it turns out it's just as dumb. And we shouldn't be, so we probably don't need that hydrogen anymore. This train's now worthless. Because this hydrogen gas is probably more than enough. But it looks like everything's actually being created now. We are getting trees. Fantastic. Now we just need to get iron, which is going to come through here. Okay, it needs to... That iron line, we're just going to keep following it. Gets to something that resembles iron. Like it never resembles iron. And we're definitely out of pipes. I don't want to keep stealing from other productions because I'm worried at some point we're going to be like, oh, actually, that was a relevant pipe. But I don't want to keep doing that, because I know I'm going to break something. I mean, I'll fix it again, eventually, when I get around to it. But, you know, step one of being lazy, don't give yourself extra work. Now, what I also want to do, probably while I'm here, is... No, it's actually alright. I was going to steal some of the belts and stuff, but I don't think we need to. Then after this, we just need to do whatever we can to just... Oh, what are we doing here, guys? Oh, I see. You're stuck because you're stuck. Should have never come in there in the first place, and you want to leave. Can't leave because there's a train on the way. Hilarious. Cool. I only hope that didn't break something else in my base while that was all happening. Probably did. Let's be honest. Okay, so back to trying to cut down trees. Okay, that line is got to be iron. And iron will connect. Iron will connect at some point into here. I see a place where we can connect iron. Connect it like this. It is a really meandering route, but it does the job. That's solder. Well, it's a more meandering route when you connect iron to solder instead. Why didn't I just go from the left? The left? I mean, look, there's solder right there. I don't even want solder, but that's where it is. Anyway. Iron, 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 iron. Right next to where I needed to be. Of course it is. Of course it bloody is. Iron, okay. So that should start to make my saws, which makes my wood, which makes my wooden boards. I get it. I'm gonna make some resin too, but I'm not too fussed about that. The wooden boards come in here and they connect to this, which is making nothing because there's no water. Okay, that's why we're doing this step by step now. Don't stand where you're about to make a hole in the ground. That's one thing that'll kill you. Okay, and that's going to make my boards. Here come my wires. This is progress. Okay. Then we need to make this. It's got solder. It doesn't have water. Of course it doesn't have water. Jeez, it's SeaBlock. It's only the most bloody common resource in the game. Why would it have water? Anyway. Now we've got a lot of solder coming through. I'm just going to do this one step at a time. Why is that one not working? Oh my gosh, you'll never guess. It's water again! That's alright. It's why we're doing this one step at a time. Don't get mad at yourself. You'll get angry again. Okay, so then it's making my basic electric components. Here they come. Super fast, super good. Making those things. That's progress. That's progress. And they come into here. There shouldn't be a problem. They run all the way over here. I'm not expecting any problems down this way. Where are the problems we got? A lot of production module problems. Oh, we are SeiferKatt boards. That's cool. Love to see those. Let's just change that slightly. Don't have my tinned copper wire. Why not? Where's that supposed to be coming from? Yeah. It's got tin, doesn't have copper. Well, the important part of tin copper wire is the copper. I mean, also the tin, obviously. They're both pretty important. Let's go get the copper. That's actually really easy to get. It's right there. Double checks. Make sure it's not silicon or something stupid like that. And that one doesn't have tin. Really funny. One of them doesn't have tin. One of them has tin. One of them doesn't have copper. The other one does have copper. How does this work? Nobody knows. Alright. So that is... What is that? That's got to be copper, so we'll make it copper. There's copper in there, it is. So some of them are working, some of them are not. That's pretty funny. Okay, so 10 actually connected. That's changing right now. Right now! Okay, it's connected. Okay, how are we going here? Well, my green circuits are moving through. Wow, that's a rapid pace of green circuits. Very proud of that. Transistors, they're being made. We've got plastic in here. I'm legitimately surprised about the plastic, but that's cool. Transistors are coming through the best they can. It'll come through a bit better once we get more tin copper wire being made. But we are seeing transistors. Hard to see them because they are really difficult to find on a grey background, but you can see them. And then with that, we should be making these. No, because we don't have ferric chloride. We forgot about ferric chloride, didn't we? We did. Okay. Shit. Alright, fine. Ferric chloride's a bitch to get too. It doesn't have to be actually. I could connect it directly from here. Okay. Go get ferric chloride. I have a funny feeling we're not making enough ferric chloride, but hey, that's something you figure out once you're doing it. Now, if we hit the extreme right, would that work? I'm not seeing anything there. Okay. And if I take a guess, I imagine ferric chloride probably comes down this line. Who knows? Not really. Not really at all. Okay, that's fine. How much ferric chloride is there? Okay, it's maxed out at the moment, but I anticipate that to absolutely be in a shocking condition very soon after I do this. Ooh, train. Whatever I play next, it has to have the possibility of just imminent death out of freaking nowhere. I mean, it's probably just going to be more Factorio, to be honest. And, I mean, I still don't know how far away that's going to be. I assume it's going to be a while away still. Hear me? Hear me? I don't know why I have to do the mimic sound as well, but... Okay. So, can we... Pretty sure that's going to be ferric chloride. Yep. Now that's not a real line. I know it looks like a train line, but it's not. It's fake. How can you tell the difference? Years of practice. If I come over here, either everything is broken or everything's working. Everything is working. We are making stuff. Okay, we're almost there. All we probably need now is aluminium, and then we are set. And then we're making potentially a new full belt of red circuits. So aluminium is all we need. I do probably want to pick up some speed modules at some point, but not right now. So, is there any easy way to get aluminium? Well, there's aluminium right there, actually. Only minor problem is I have run out of belts again. But the spider will bring... not belts, sorry. Whatchamacallit? Pipes. And the pipe that I did have is broken. Okay, so this is probably going to work. But what I anticipate is after it works, we have massive shortages of things. That's okay, I've already got massive shortages of things, so you know, why cry about what the problems you've already got are? Okay. Shouldn't have done what I did there, but it did work. And with this... everything fuel up at once. It's not like the bottom layer got the aluminium. It looks like aluminium struggled by how much I'm just trying to make all at once, but, you know, I kind of expected that. But it is making red circuits. And ultimately that's what I really wanted. Because, and here's the whole reason I did this, we bring these red circuits into, say, here, and we are doing pretty well for ourselves. I don't know if we've got enough belts for what I'm trying to do here, but we'll see. We didn't. I knew we wouldn't. And then we need to make more aluminium, and then... oh gosh, guys. Guys! Why are you useless? Okay. Guys, why are you useless? And other fun questions to ask children. Wow, no, that's... you know what, that's a children's book I'm going to write now. I don't know why, but... can't take module contacts. Module contacts are full. Well, I didn't really want module contacts, so... thanks. What did I just break? Oh, what I break? Don't know. Oh, I see what it was. This. Okay, awesome. And then with that, we... this. Oh, train. Okay, so that's going to get more red circuits into making that, and that's going to be helpful for making my rockets. That should speed up my rocket production by quite a lot, actually. Because that was the whole purpose of doing this, just more rocket production. Now, it looks like this one's going really slowly, but it might not actually be going slowly. Might just look like it. Might be a ruse. Yeah, going fine. Just ferric chloride appears to be okay, actually. So when this comes in, that should be meaning more basic circuits. Very exciting. Not basic circuits, sorry, speed modules, which would mean more science. Not more science, more rockets. Okay, so this might be the fastest built rockets for a while. This will probably collapse at some point. It's time to fix another problem. I don't need to sit around and watch that. I'm very excited about it though, rest assured. The next thing I need to deal with is this stuff. So the problem here is that we're not making enough copper. Oh, never mind, we're making plenty of copper. Apparently it's not a problem anymore. Actually. Apparently it's still a huge... Why is this not making copper? Not getting much, huh? Okay, it's all siphoning that way. Okay, so what we could do is a copper refinery over here. That would probably help things a little bit. But for now, what I could probably do is siphon off some of the stuff for reds. Looks like do that. That's my acid gas. I've gone too far. Have I gone not far enough? Absolutely too far. So now with the increased rocket speed, what I need to do is improve the production of... I'll remember words, don't you worry about it. I need to improve the production of science. Because that is going to be the thing that slows me down now. I like how I move so fast now, even like the holding a mouse button and moving is actually too fast. So this should help. We've got a train out of fuel. That's weird and confusing. We'll go deal with that train in a moment. Right now what matters is that science is sped up. And it should be. Wow, that's a decent number of science in there right now. It's not a huge number, but it's decent. Improving. We do have like a copper mine near here. What's going wrong with you, buddy? You just want more mineral sludge, don't you? You're hungry. Hate it when they get hungry. Interesting, because it should be eating plenty. But it's not. So what do we do? Another set of electrolyzers down there? Oh, I'd have to get rid of New Zealand though. I don't want to get rid of New Zealand. It's a good country. Almost as much as I like this New Zealand island. New Zealand Island? Looks like production's going on though. It's, what is it? 1 for 1. Okay. And then we need to figure out how to get more copper in. Actually, speaking of more copper, what's going on your problem? You're really getting lots of copper through. Get on to that, guys. Some amount of production stopped for a while, but that's alright. Hopefully this helps get a little bit more up to speed. And maybe another one. Good. You know what? Nothing is ever not improved by adding another pump. And that should slowly be getting all that out of the way. Is it though? It's thinking about it. But look, the important thing is that more blue science is being made. And we've got, you know, I expect if I look at the research base right now, we should see some lights. And we do! Awesome. That's all I really wanted to see. Okay, let's go find out what's up with that train that's out of fuel. That's super strange. Where is it? It's... Oh, it's all the way on the other side of the base. That's alright. I'm betting it's sitting right next to fuel as well. Oops. I mean, it is, but not in the way that I meant it. Like, that's literally fuel. You know what, we're going to cut that off. Because while I appreciate the energy that produces, I would rather have the fuel for making other things. Okay, so... surely it's going to be a charcoal or chark line or something around here. There's usually something. There's a chark line right there. Classic. Classic chark. Oops. That's not great. Now let's go with a longer one. Oh. Why don't we just also just meh through it. Now, good news and bad news here. The good news is to make sure it doesn't happen again. The bad news is, real quick, if I just chuck some fuel in you real quick, where are you going to go? I think it goes back here. And while I wait for that, how are my sciences, my ships going? Yeah, it looks like red circuits slowed down a little bit. Where are you going? Come back here. You rascal. I ran out of fuel again because I didn't actually give it time to fuel. Hilarious. Well, that's how rascals are, you know? Come back here, you rascal. Don't try to get away from me. I'm trying to help you. Okay. You go feed your beans and nuts. Which is as weird a phrase to say aloud than it was to think about. Cobalt steel, still slow. But I anticipate... How's this going, actually? Don't anticipate, just have a look. Not going great. We ran out of phenolic board. No. No transistors. Why? Plastic. Interesting. Okay. I was wondering if plastic was going to be a problem there. So what I might do is to stop that being a huge problem, is I'm going to do some casting machine. You don't do casting for plastic, do you? So we do have plastic over here. And oh, you know what? I thought that'd be in a much better condition. Carbon dioxide is going mostly. What, do we still need more catalyst frames? Is that the problem we have? Catalyst frames? What do we do with resin? We need more catalyst frames. Interesting. I think we need those, but surely we do. So we need to be turning the carbon dioxide into methanol or methanol. I don't know. I'm not a chemist. I can't say words. I'm not even sure words are real. That took a weird turn. Are words real? Nah. More catalyst frames will, I think I'll speed these up a bit. More catalyst frames with more plastics. Don't know if it's quite going to be enough, but it certainly helps somehow, I'm sure. Immediately plastics actually have jumped up to about 21, so yeah, seems like it's helped. Okay, so plastic's got to come down. Yeah, sure enough, that's an absolute nightmare of a situation. But what do you expect with poor planning like this? As a barbarian once said, when you got fists like these, you don't need to talk with your face. She then proceeded to punch them. So, you know, don't know where you thought that one was going to go. Barbarian just hit people. That's classic barbarian stuff for you. Okay, so we do need more plastics. We need quite a lot of plastics, as it turns out. So what we can do is something like that. We've got a big space here, might as well use it, right? Good news is that meant that immediately filled up, so cool. And we have 6 of them, so I think we need stack inserters, but we're going to do stack inserters anyway. And I'm going to do it like this. Now hopefully that will at least give us something to work with, and we do accidentally have a perfect place for it. That's cool. I love it when I accidentally do things right. It happens more than it should. Hello. Oh, I've been given almonds? Thank you. It's dark in my room, so sometimes my wife gives me snacks and I don't know what they are. I have to look at them. But then it doesn't help because the room is dark. It's a never-ending cycle, unfortunately. Okay, so we've got plastic coming in. Not a lot of plastic, but it'll certainly help. It'll help until more plastic is made available. But we may also need to speed up our plastic production because there clearly is not enough here. But transistors are coming through, so maybe that's what matters. Now, one thing I do want to get rid of is I want to get rid of these roboports. I don't like them being this far. These roboports were never designed to be a long-standing thing. They were always supposed to be a temporary measure. Just to build this, and now that it's built, I don't want them. I'll probably have to launch a bunch of these drones by hand, but that's okay. Speaking of launching drones by hand, fly, my pretties! But not into there. Honestly, I don't know how I thought that was going to go. I mean, when I really think about it, of course, it was always going to go that way. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? Fly, my pretties! Also fly. They're going to slowly hover back to where they need to go. They'll figure it out. Like that movie Homeward Bound. You know, with the cat and the two dogs. They're going to wander through Canada, I think it was in that movie? I don't know why that happened in that movie. Because the animals are stupid, I guess. I mean, a lot of animal movies are like, animal is stupid. I mean, that's Garfield. I haven't seen the Garfield movies, I'll be honest with you, but I assume Garfield was stupid. You know what? More catalyst frames still. Just another 100 catalyst frames should do it. That should make lots of plastic, hopefully. These things are producing the most plastic they can, which is a little concerning. However, I can also just make more of them. And then hopefully that'll help. Okay, all plastic is being produced. Fast and light theory C. How is blue science coming along? Let me guess, it's collapsed completely. Yeah, not completely, but it could be faster. Looks like it's just done a drop-off, actually. We're doing one right now. There it is. It had 389 in it. For 5 minutes of work, that's not enough. Not even close to enough, in fact. So, not great. How are my yellow sciences and my pink sciences? How are my other sciences? Pink is the next one I gotta worry about, and looks like I got a few. But I may want a few more. There's no denying it, I need more copper. And these are going sort of as fast as they can. Could always put more modules into them, that would make them faster. A little bit more efficient too. Oh, didn't even notice that train. Almost got me. Plastic has increased, that's good. We may actually almost have enough efficiency modules. Almost. What is the delay here? Oh, we're back to the delay of crystals. Shouldn't be. Oh, okay. Wait, what? What happened here? Why have we got solder mixed in with transistors? Wonder how that happened. Is that everywhere or just there? There too, interesting. Ah. Wonder how that happened. Weird. Anyway. Looks like whatever caused it is fixed now. So that's annoying that even happened in the first place, but that's alright. I noticed that we're getting less here. What's the problem here? Red crystals. Problem there is green crystals. Same thing? Green crystals? Stopping red crystals? Okay, probably need that to be not happening. So let's just do a chest. A couple of chests. Okay, so we're going to do it this way first. I want to pick up from there, drop off from there, and we want to offset it directly downwards. I guess productivity modules get used for other things, whereas efficiency not as many. Some, but not nearly as many. I mean, I assume we're making efficiency modules here. No, we're not. Why not? No transistors. Let me guess, same problem? Yeah, they all had the same problem. Cool. And are these making things now? No? Oh, wait, what? What's happening here? Solder... Where's the solder coming from? Oh, okay. Well, that's probably where that problem's coming from. Right, that's what was happening. Okay, well, we solved the mystery. Bad side though, it doesn't mean we're gonna have to fix it up again. That's alright, we fixed it, that's what matters. Just the case of the suspicious solder. Nope, still a bit more solder in there. Great. Okay, well, we solved it. I'm a little concerned about transistors though, they should be double spaced. Why are they not? Probably because it used up everything. Okay. So now everything's coming through pretty quickly. More of those are coming through. Pretty happy with that. Everything's coming through. That's nice. Happy, happy, happy. Lots of rocket control units that will be made from this. I'm glad I've spent a little bit of time sorting this out. And sure enough, lots of rocket control units. And with every 10 rocket control units, we basically make an additional, what? I'm just trying to find productivity. So every 15 we make 2? Maybe 16. 16 make 2 is more appropriate. The only thing that could make things faster is actually by producing more of these, but quite frankly... Well, transistors is the problem there again, isn't it? And we could probably speed that up by doing this. Yeah, I didn't think I'd have the blue things for that. It's alright. When it gets around to it, it'll be faster. In fact, we may even have them sitting in the box now, waiting to be picked up. Not really, it's still taking a long time. That still might, oh, no, not that. That still might speed up a little bit though. I really don't need so many of these. I don't know why I've got so many duplicates. Apparently I'm asking for that many, huh? Okay. Sure. This is requesting 300. It is requesting a lot of them. Really not sure why cobalt steel is broken, and I will be needing to fix it for another science very soon. It could just be that steel is broken, it could be that cobalt is broken. Now might be the time. Let's just race this train. Now might be the time to figure that out, I think. We should be seeing lots of steel come from up here. We have a special line that should be producing lots of steel, and the fact that it's not Make sure I don't get hit by a train. Is oxygen the problem? Surely not. Also, apparently. Now, a lot of it's been turned into molten steel, which is fine, like we still need molten steel. But more oxygen may be beneficial, yeah. I mean, we do need oxygen for the copper as well, which doesn't seem like it's slowing it down at all, but you gotta be prepared. I do like the oxygen line just going through the tin because clearly I copied and pasted it. That's classic how I play Factorio. Sloppy and dangerously. There's probably oxygen I can take from here. Does look like there is. Okay. Actually, if I do it this way, this way. You know what? And one more this way. Yep, that was exactly what I wanted to do. So hopefully that should now fix the iron problem we had over there. We should be seeing more oxygen coming through here. If I can remember what oxygen looks like, it's a red, obviously. No. No, it didn't really fix anything, did it? Like, this oxygen line is pretty full, so I will steal it this way. You want to be like that? Yeah, want to be like that. We have run out of pumps as well, so we probably need to go collect more of those. Ooh, that train came by quick. But this should be producing as much iron as it can. That's the problem, like I feel like it should be producing way more than it actually is. It's just not. Deal with 720. They're producing 450. What if, here's a thought, what if I upgraded these to level 2 filters, crystallizers? They'd probably do better. That may be a job for next session though. So anyway, I'm going to be ending up here. If you are interesting, yes. If you've been enjoying today and you want to watch more, please give a follow. I will be doing a 6-hour stream on my usual Saturday time frame, or Friday, depending where you are in the world. My 3-hour streams basically be double time. So I'm going to start a couple of hours earlier and go an hour later. So that should be interesting, and I'm sure it'll be full of absolute disasters. But the main goal is to launch a lot of rockets and at the very least finish off Faster Than Light's Theory C. I don't think that'll be difficult. I think we'll easily get that done, but maybe we'll even get to Theory D finished. Who knows? How exciting though. If you are also enjoying these and want to watch how all this madness started, you can find those on youtube.com/SeiferKatt. That is where I post the videos when I get around to it. I don't cherry coat it. I'm sugarcoat it rather. I am a little bit behind, but we'll catch up. We will get there. If you'd like to support me, you can subscribe to me. Don't feel like you have to, but I'm going to keep doing these videos anyway. But if you'd like to support me, you can. You've got that option available to you. Beyond that, I've got nothing more to say today, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.